Hey, what's up everyone, this is Silverreploid CLE. How are you guys doing, YouTube? That's right, the Silverreploid coming at you live looking fresh in the flesh on the next stream on stream. Welcome to a special video from yours truly. It has been 6 years since I've joined YouTube and creating some excellent content on my channel, Silverreploid CLE. And it has come to the point where I tell you guys some more details about me by doing an activity called Draw My Life. Before I get started, I just want to thank each and every one of you for keeping me motivated to do tons of these videos and of course keeping me going despite everything. So without further ado, okay, let's get started. Hello everyone, my name is Silverreploid CLE, and welcome to my edition to Draw My Life. For those who are not aware of what this activity is, Draw My Life is an activity where people, and of course YouTubers, tell you guys a story about how their years were to the current age right now, from point A to point Z, otherwise from childhood years to teenage years, and of course to the adulthood years, otherwise known as current. But when people grow older to their ages, that is when they'll somehow perform the activity called Draw My Life. So a lot of you guys are wondering, well, a lot of you guys have seen my videos, a lot of my videos lately, and of course it's come to the point where you guys are wondering how I was when I was a child, and of course when I was a teen, and you already know how I am when it comes to adulthood, because well, a lot of you guys have been seeing my videos for a long period of time now, ever since 2010 to 2016. That's how long I've been sticking with YouTube, which is also known as a dream job. Now, I told you guys on Twitter from a 1,000 video special. Now, just so you know, this is not a challenge video. This is not going to be a challenge video otherwise, because I know I said each 100 videos I upload to my YouTube channel, that means I have to make that 100th video of that series a challenge video. But this time, as my 1,000 video special, Reploids, I'm going to do something different called Draw My Life. I'm going to tell you guys my story from when I was a child. Well, starting from when I was a child. So, I hope you guys will sit back and watch the whole entire story unfold. And before I continue, I want to tell you guys a few things. Well, I'll tell you guys when I get to start with the story. Okay, so first thing first, my genuine name, as I told you guys in my channel trailer, is Corey Lamont Ellis. That's my full name. And needless to say and needless to draw, I was born on planet Earth. The most gorgeous planet in the very universe. I apologize for drawing the whole entire planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen, and Reploids, because, well, some people do it when it comes to, well, it doesn't matter how people do the Draw My Life video, but I just want to start out a few things, get a kickstart. But I was born from this planet right here. And I was born on July 7th, 1994 in Louisiana. I was actually in West Monroe, Louisiana since then. Sorry if that's not the right draft of Monroe, because that's where I was born in. But I was born in West Monroe, and I was born from the Glenwood Hospital. And ever since I was born, let me erase this here. I forgot to mark this down. When I have a star on this mark, that's the one. That's where I'm at, telling you guys about the whole entire story from that time period. And when I'm done, I'll just draw a huge X and go on to the next one, and so on. So, I was born in 1994, July 7th, in the Glenwood Hospital in West Monroe, Louisiana. I had a mother. I had a father first. I had a mother, I had a big brother. I have a big sister. A lot of you guys remember my big sister because you saw her on my reaction videos. I have a sister. And of course, there's me. I was born as a little pupil. Okay, so with that done, I would now move on to where we lived. Okay, so when I was born, when I was real young, I lived in this house on Austin. Now, this house, to begin with, was a very excellent house that had tons of many different memories. And you had no idea how much we missed that house because me and my sister or brother would go in and see who was living in that house because we had a ton of memories back then. And this is also the front. This is just the side. And there was also another building. That was actually the garage because, well, that was where my dad or my mom would usually park inside in the garage. And not to mention, there was one thing they had in the garage that I was pretty overwhelmed about when I first saw it. When you actually see them in the amusement centers, I saw an arcade cabinet. So the name of that arcade was Asteroids Deluxe, but many years back, the arcade cabinet company went to pick it up, and when I was little, I used to get upset that they took it away, but now I'm not because, well, I got familiar with this emulator called Mommy 32, if you will. But that happened after I was born, but not after I was born. I'm talking about when many days have been passing on, and that's when I first saw it in the garage. So I lived in that house for many years. We had a den, we had a living room, we had 3 bedrooms, we had a playroom, we had a kitchen, and needless to say that we had bathrooms too. We only had 2 bathrooms, and of course in that building where they parked their cars in the garage, we had a few rooms. We had a kitchen. The rooms were pretty small though. So that was in that building where the garage is. So that's done. Okay, school-wise, kindergarten-wise, I attended Ransom Elementary. At first I thought, well, prior to when kindergarten came, my brother introduced me to video games. The first system that we had was the Super Nintendo, and the first game I played, I think, was it was either F-Zero or Super Mario All-Stars, or was it different? I don't remember fully, but my brother introduced me to video games. Some that are scary, some that are fun to play with, and of course some that are easy to overlook, but I wouldn't consider them easy to overlook because I would love to go back to retro times when those games were released. Okay, so back to kindergarten. I attended Ransom Elementary. That was when I started my kindergarten. Well, I got to know what school was like when I was very little. And I would always say that I don't want to go to school, and of course this, that, and the other. When I was young, I used to argue with my parents, but a lot of children go through their childhood days where they argue with their parents and of course get smart with them and stuff like that, and chances are you might get scolded and punished and stuff like that. That's what childhood life is all about. You learn to respect your parents and stuff like that, other grown people, and from that time until now, I've been doing a very excellent job respecting my family and of course other people who deserve to be respected. Well, you know. Okay, so kindergarten wise, I went to Ransom Elementary, and I went to another kindergarten school, and I forgot what the name of that place was, but that was like my second school I went to for kindergarten grade. Okay, so after that, I started my first grade year at Riverbend Elementary. That's the sidewalk, if you will. And that's the poles. And this right here is the school. The door's not that big. I was just what the school was like. And of course we had flags. So that's Riverbend Elementary School. That's the school I attended. That's where I started first grade. Then I did second. My first grade teacher was Miss Ware. She was a very, very excellent teacher during my first grade year. Well, prior to when first grade started, I was in the kindergarten level. I was in the fundamentals room, and it was very, very awesome too. And my first grade teacher was Miss Ware. My second grade teacher was Miss Littleton. She is a very, very awesome teacher. And my third grade year, my teacher was Miss Towson, and of course, she was a very good teacher too. But I don't remember correctly, but my mom once told me that I once flunked the third grade in that class. So it was summer then, and we I don't know what we did then, but after that, well, a lot of stuff went on during that time. Not with me, but with the family. So my mom and dad got divorced since then. And of course, my brother, my sister, my big sister lived with mom. And it was me and my dad then. So we did a lot together. And of course, sometimes we don't get along, but I still love my father to the fullest. And of course, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, before I go any further, I want to tell you guys something. Now, a lot of you guys might tell that I'm this kind of thing or not, but to be honest, here's the truth about me. I have autism. Now, when it comes to autism, it's where people do not interact with their peers, but that may be an understatement because I interact with my peers. Because, well, people will have to prevent the loneliness from being ensued. So, I'm not going to go any further about this for everyone, but it's the truth. Okay, so back to the real story. Me and my dad lived at that old house on Austin Street, and we had a few neighbors, and of course, well, me and my dad, my mom, we used to go to bowling alleys for family relaxations and stuff like that. We used to go to bowling alleys or grocery stores, and of course arcade. They're one of my favorite places, but ever since that's been there for like a long time until now, things were a lot different back then because they had a lot of arcade cabinets there, but as many years have passed, that kind of changed because we hardly have any. So back to the real story. Me and my dad lived in Austin Street, and of course my sister Heather visited the house, visited us, and she was thinking about, well, it's not, my dad was thinking about taking me and her. Sorry, my drafting's not so good. I was just getting to the point. He was thinking about taking us to Texas to see his sister. So we went to Texas. I had no idea what he meant by then, and as soon as we came up with the idea, as soon as he came up with the idea, we went there to visit his sisters and stuff. And we lived in Dallas, Texas since then. Now, when me and my sister was living there, my sister went back to Louisiana to see mom. Well, to stay with mom because that's where she lived. Well, so it was just me and my dad still. And we were packing up everything, and I was kind of sad that we were getting ready to go to Texas, and I was, trust me, I kid you not, Reploids, I was crying for real. I was crying so much. I didn't want to leave Louisiana. So Dad wanted me to come to Texas with him because that was basically where he was, if I remember correctly, because my mom told me once that he was in Texas, and we lived there for quite some time. And that was when I went back to school and started my third grade. I went to Kleberg Elementary. Well, prior to when school happened in Texas, Reploids, me and my dad lived with his sister for quite a while. And of course, there were new places, new people, and of course, there were a lot of different stuff that's based on experience. And you know how people are when it comes to new things, they need to experience and have to experience and stuff like that. So I lived with my dad with his sister for quite a while. I went to Kleberg Elementary, and that's when I started third grade. And for fourth grade, I was there for only a little bit. I was in Kleberg Elementary for only a little bit until fourth grade, and that was only a little bit. So after that, we moved into a trailer, right? But after that, well, here's the thing. Here's a thing called bullying. I used to be bullied back in school by many people. I'm not gonna go further with it, but I used to be bullied, and there's this one thing. When I encountered a bully, well, let me tell you guys a little story about what happened, bully-wise. My dad once bought me a dog because, well, the dog we had, and ever since I was really, really young, I was freaking out. Well, I'm not basically saying freaking out, but I used to be very, very atrocious because, well, this one time we would buy pets. We buy pet goldfish, we buy crickets, we buy dogs, frogs, you name it. I would always mess with them, and they'd be telling me like stop, and I always get scolded and chastised for that. So I used to not get along with pets because, well, I'm just crazy. I had a very crazy brain, not fully developed. That was when I was young then. So so back to the story of how I was bullied. My dad once bought me a puppy for my academic success in elementary school. He bought me a puppy, and I named him Butch. Okay, so his name was Butch, and of course, that evening, I would always come outside to look at him, and next day after that, well, yeah, it was next day after that, someone came to our yard, right, and someone gun took the puppy, and we were like looking for him everywhere and stuff, and we couldn't find him anywhere, and I was pretty upset that the dog's been stolen, and I never got a chance to see him again. And when I got off the school bus during third grade, I think I saw the bully with my dog. So we tried to do something about it, but we couldn't because, well, I didn't know a lot better since then. So that was it. That was the story. I got bullied and my dogs were stolen. So so I lived at the trailer for like a long time until like fourth grade. I did good on those 2 years. Well, I only did a little bit of fourth grade in Kleberg. The next school I went to, well, we moved out of the trailer, right? And we went to an apartment. See, Dad met a guy, he was like a farmer, well, not basically a farmer, but he lived in a trailer also. He had a dark green truck. And of course, he told us about the new apartment, Pleasant Village. It's called Pleasant Village. And it was a big, big apartment. Well, I would say 2 floors to be exact. Because let's say that this is the inside, and you have the stairs, you have the door. Now this way there's more doors, and this is the second floor. I mean, this is the bottom floor. And we have the gates. Yeah, the apartment had gates. Yeah. So we lived there for like until I was in 5th grade because, well, long story, well, I'm gonna get to that in just a few. So, now that we're done with childhood, let's go to teen. Alright, so when I was a teen, I lived in Texas with him, and we lived in Pleasant Village. I went to the next school called Burleson Elementary. Now, that's when I did 4th grade. And we will always, and the principal will always tell me that I need to wear uniforms, not blue jeans. And of course, well, I didn't know what t-shirts we had to wear, but we had to wear different colored jeans other than blue jeans. And of course, well, I used to be a bully myself, but after seeing so many stories about bullying, that's when I stopped because I know a lot better than that, and I shouldn't have done that. Now, back to the real story. I went to Burleson Elementary School once again. I did 4th grade, I passed that, and I did 5th grade, and I passed that. Well, as I passed that, well, almost close to when it was summer, I had a very, very pink eye in school when I was in the gym, and it hurt very bad, and a lot of people were like my eye was about to blow up or something. And that was when I called my dad from the nurse office and told him that I had a pink eye. Well, actually the nurse told him that I had a pink eye, and my dad picked me up, and we were done with I was done with school. I passed the 5th grade, so that was it. So I got school out the way, but yeah, during my time during the summer, my dad had a very severe headache. He wasn't feeling well. He was laying down. He was laying down in the bedroom, and of course he was resting for a lot of times. And of course I tried to do everything in my power to help him, like get some saran wrap and some ice cubes and try to cover his head with some ice to kind of relieve the headache a little bit, but he told me it wouldn't work. And he called his sister, and he got picked up by his sister and went to the hospital. Parkland Hospital is where we went to, and that was where he had his surgeries and stuff like that. He had brain surgeries, and I was upset. I was worried about him. I was really worried about my dad. And of course I lived with his sister for quite a while, and we would always go to visit him. And in his room, it had a very excellent view, but that room was when he was losing his memory. He had memory loss during his surgery, and needless to say, it was a great view outside because I saw the TRE commuter rails and stuff like that. We went there. I love railroad crossings, I'm telling you. So we were in his office, in his room where he was having surgery and some stuff, and of course we visited him numerous of times. And a few times during Texas, when I was living in Texas, a few times I visited my mom and other people, but a few times my brother wasn't there because he was in the Air Force. But I really did get a chance to see him. He's my awesome brother. Now back to the real story. So I was living with my dad's sister for a long time, and I was really worried about him. I was crying and stuff, and I had no idea his brain was severely damaged. He had a severe headache. At first he was feeling better, but it was a temporary relief, because as his head relieved a little bit, as his headache relieved a little bit, he was rushed back to the hospital again, the Parkland Hospital, and me and my sister and my mom was there at that time because, well, they were visiting us. And like I was saying, I visited them a few times, and whenever I go back to Texas, I would always feel sad because I was feeling very, very homesick, and I somehow didn't like it in Texas because there was a lot that I had to deal with since then. So after that, my mom and my sister came to get me, I sorted my stuff to move back to Louisiana, and I live with this new house. This is the house I lived in right now, and I lived here for like a long time. And this is when I start 6th grade. I went to Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School, and I think I was like 12 years old since then, because they were trying to find a school for me to attend. Well, first temporarily I attended Lincoln Elementary at first. So they found the right school for me, Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School. That's when I did 6th grade, and that's when I also did 7th grade. By the way, I passed 6th grade, but I would always flunk a few things because, well, a lot of subjects weren't really my thing, but I had to try harder. I did. So I passed 6th grade, and I also somewhat passed the 7th grade. But during 7th grade, in my room, now I didn't have this room ever since I first got here. I had the middle room, and when I was in the 7th grade, my mom came to my room, right? And I got word from her saying that my dad passed away. He was too sick during his surgery, and that was it. And I was heartbroken. I cried. I was at a loss for words that time, and that was what happened. He was done. That's why he's still with me. sorry guys. That was what happened during my 7th grade year, and yes, I really miss them, but there are times when you have to get through it, get to the people you love the most, and of course move on, and they're still around you. You just have to brace up and feel that they're in your heart. That's all there is to it. Now, okay, so back to when I was in school. I passed 7th grade, and I also in middle school during the 8th grade. I passed that as well, even though I made a lot of F's and stuff. So that was it. I was done with MLK Middle School. I passed all the 3 grades so far. And during my high school, I went to Wasman High School. Well, at first I wanted to go to Carroll, but I've heard a lot of stories pertaining to Carroll, so I went to Wasman instead. It was a pretty great high school, Wasman High School. That's when I started my 9th grade year. Now, during the 9th grade, I'm gonna be frank with you guys. During the 9th grade, I would always I would always cut up in class because, well, a lot of people do it, so I used to cut up in class. But from that grade to 10th, 11th, and of course 12th grade, I changed a lot since then because I would always get scolded and chastised and learn how to do better since then. So I passed the 9th grade, even though I kept messing up a few times. Well, my weakness was science. That's the class I was failing in a lot of times. And I also passed the 10th grade, where I had different classes and stuff like that. I also passed the 11th grade. Now, here's the thing. Back in middle school, I used to have a lot of friends, and I know you guys are gonna tell me that you're gonna need to make new friends, but I used to have a lot of friends by my side. Even though I'm autistic, I had a lot of friends by my side. And of course, during high school, a lot of them left me because they're in relationships and whatnot. And I always feel down about it because, well, I used to handle things on my own, but at the same time, when it comes to wanting to socialize with other people, whether it's texting, whether it's talking with them in class, free time in the lunch break, concession stand and stuff like that, it was a lot different since then. I only had like a few friends since then. I know you guys had that, I'm sure you guys had that same experience as well, but even today I still have that experience because, well, I'll get to that in just a moment. So I did 11th grade, I passed it, and I also graduated from Wasman High School in 2013. So that was it, and I was done with Wasman High School successfully. I had my high school diploma. I really did a great job in high school. And you know, I probably should add another circle right there. I probably should have did that and call it young adults. Okay, let's scratch that out and go to young adults. That was when high school happened. So during my young adult, I was 18 years old. I graduated from Wasman High School, and I was 19 years old. And of course, I was trying hard to, well, to get started. I had a Facebook once, and of course, I went ahead and deactivated it because, well, Facebook was too much for me. So I associated with other social media like Google Plus and Twitter. So needless to say, I associated with those social media only because I was like role playing and whatnot. So I had a role play Facebook page. I kept it I kept it personal because, well, I want tons of people finding me and stuff like that. Kept my information personal. But long story short, I had a Facebook page. I deactivated it. So all I have now is Google Plus and Twitter. So yeah, I'm good at role playing and some stuff because I love anime and whatnot. That's why I love watching anime and playing anime based games. So that was it. And I was 19 years old, and I was trying to find a way to like get me enrolled in college. Well, me and my mom was trying to find me a way to get me enrolled in college, and I started college when I was like 21 years old. Yes, 21 years old. And well, yes, it's been a long time. I've been home a long time, and of course, I've been helping out a lot of people. I'm not much of a fan of mowing lawns and stuff like that. I've been taking care of the house, helping out the house. At first, I would say that I don't feel like doing this stuff like that. I used to be very insolent, but after changing for quite some time, learned a lot of things about taking care of your homes, having decencies of different things around your household. Because when you want your own place, you really want to make sure you have your home place very, very decent, because chances are people might want to see your domain and stuff like that. That's what I learned about taking care of your homes and stuff like that. And after that, okay, so I was out of school for quite a while when I was 19 years old, and of course 20 years old. I would always go with my family to vacation somewhere like Shreveport and stuff like that. And what was I? Oh yeah. Okay, so I was out of school since I was 19 years old, and of course 20 years old. I started college when I was 21 years old. I started college. I went to Louisiana Delta Community College. This is my current year now, so we're done with the young adult year. This is the institute I went to. And okay, so wait. Prior to when all this stuff happened, in 2010, that's when I first started my YouTube channel on December 31st, because my big sister once told me that she had a YouTube profile, and she was thinking about getting me interested into creating my own YouTube account. All I've been doing ever since I've been doing YouTube was doing gaming videos and posting music videos. When she introduced me to Fruit Loop Studio, that's when I did a lot of music videos back then, and of course doing a lot of gaming videos. And I was too nervous to I've been seeing a lot of people doing vlogs and stuff like that, tutorials and whatnot. I did a few of those. I had cameras, and when it comes to cameras, I would sometimes be clumsy and break them. And when it comes to technology, back up. When I was really young, I used to be very fond with computers, the colors and the features and stuff like that. I forgot to mention that when I was in my childhood years, I always loved computers, and I still do today. And of course, I did a lot ever since I had my YouTube channel. After seeing so many people doing a lot of vlogs and other stuff, it kind of got me inspired to do tons more videos like I'm doing right now for you guys. Not just reaction videos, but a lot of other videos like vlogs, reviews, responses, and other kind of content I put on my YouTube channel for you guys to watch and of course enjoy. So I did all of that, and back to this. I attended Louisiana Delta Community College, and I'm majoring in business technology, going for an associate's degree, and it's a lot that happened in my life. And I passed my first year at Louisiana Delta Community College, so right now I'm enjoying my summer. And of course, that concludes my Draw My Life video, and I hope you guys are not upset of how I explained the whole entire story. Some were sad, some were it's a long story short pertaining to my life. So that's how people did Draw My Life. So yeah, that is it. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this Draw My Life video. I want to thank you guys so much for keeping me going on YouTube for you guys. It's been 6 years. I know I said that on the intro of Draw My Life, but it's been 6 years since I did YouTube for you guys, and trust me, I will never stop. When I'm starting working, when I have tons of leisure time on my hands, I'll still do YouTube videos for you guys, because I love YouTube, and you Reploids to the fullest as well. So yeah, and right now we're almost close to 2,000 Reploids, or dang it, sorry, 2,000 subscribers. We're getting close, Reploids. So before I end this video, I want to take the time to say thank you all so much for getting me almost this close to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for getting me inspired to do my Draw My Life video. And with that said, I hope you guys will continue to support my channel so far after everything I've been through, and make sure you check out my other videos and other content on my YouTube channel. And I love you guys to the fullest, and chances are you might do this activity, Draw My Life, and if you're doing that, I wish you best of luck. Okay, Reploids, I'm now getting back to taking some more video requests and of course doing other videos. It's almost been a long time since I did my actual videos, other than my milestone videos and challenge videos and stuff like that. And we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers right now, because we're getting close. Got 1,870 some subscribers, I think. So we're getting there, man. And And when I get to 2,000 subscribers, it means I'm gonna do this. Where are you BTS lovers out there? Okay, Reploids, don't forget to subscribe for more. Don't forget to follow me on Google Plus and Twitter, links in the description. Don't forget to join my community, links in the description. Don't forget to share because I care. Like, comment, favorite, like this video, hit the thumbs up button because it keeps me going to make more videos for you guys because I love YouTube. And you Reploids to the fullest as well. More videos to come soon. This is Reploids CLE. I love you Reploids to the fullest. And I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.